Good morning, everybody, and welcome back once again to Maximus the Fourth. What I have here is an original bottle of Pepsi Vanilla, ever so rare and hard to find. In today's video, I'm going to walk you guys through some of the history of Pepsi Vanilla. I'm then going to open up this very old, rare, super hard to find artifact. I'm going to give you guys a taste test and let you know exactly what I think using the shot glass. Before then, let me walk you guys through some of the history of Pepsi Vanilla. So, Pepsi Vanilla, it was actually first released in 2003 to compete with Coca-Cola's Vanilla Coke. Now, before Pepsi Vanilla was released, originally Pepsi, they did want to come out with a vanilla Pepsi flavor, but because they had already had their Berry Cola Fusion Pepsi Blue that was out at the time, they wanted to give that a chance to try to make that develop. And at one point, Coca-Cola was selling like 60, I think they sold like 60 million freaking cases of Pepsi Vanilla, or Vanilla Coke. It was just ridiculous. And then, I think Pepsi Blue, there was like 5 million cases sold. So they weren't necessarily doing bad, but it wasn't even close to where they wanted to be. So that was when Pepsi decided to release Pepsi Vanilla. And now, original Pepsi Vanilla specifically, it's basically regular Pepsi with added vanilla flavoring. And in the ingredients, it does specifically say vanilla extract. And that is where the true difference between original Pepsi Vanilla is, as opposed to Pepsi Vanilla in the later releases. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the story of Pepsi Vanilla, but what I'm mostly going to be after today is just how incredibly rare these things are. But let's go ahead and talk about the rarity of these. So, original Pepsi Vanilla, it eventually was discontinued in 2008, where it had a 5-year run. And I think by the time it was discontinued, it caught a lot of people off guard. I think there were people that kind of saw Pepsi Vanilla as something that was kind of cool, but they just kind of overlooked it. Whereas, like with Pepsi Blue, people knew that it was actually going to be discontinued. There was a warning. And so I think that a lot of Pepsi fans, they had bought up a ton of bottles of Pepsi Blue. And that's why nowadays you can still see bottles of Pepsi Blue that will pop up on eBay. Whereas Pepsi Vanilla, there just wasn't a lot of people that had the brains to collect these and think that they would become valuable one day. But what I have seen personally is that where you can still find original Pepsi Vanillas are from the craziest hardcore collectors on eBay, and I've only ever seen 3 Pepsi Vanillas, and none of them original Pepsi Vanillas, and none of them were sold as a single. There was one guy that I saw that had Pepsi Vanilla in a huge freaking Pepsi lot of rare sodas worth like $800 is what he was asking. This one came from a huge lot that had like 8 other really rare discontinued Pepsi flavors, and then a different original Pepsi Vanilla that I had found was paired with a original Pepsi Blue. Now, by the time Pepsi Vanilla was discontinued in 2008, Pepsi came out with a different flavor of Pepsi, which was called Pepsi Cherry Vanilla, which was pretty much Pepsi Vanilla but added cherry flavor. And then I think by 2015, Pepsi came out with a different version of Pepsi Vanilla on Pepsi's line of Pepsi made with real sugar. And that one, I think that one lasted until 2018. But then the legit actual Pepsi Vanilla finally came back after an 11-year layoff in 2019. And then in 2020, there was an aluminum shortage. So Pepsi Vanilla in the later releases you weren't seeing them near as much, but it was still around. And then by 2022, it had appeared that Pepsi Vanilla had been discontinued, but later on, they started popping up on websites, And nowadays, Pepsi Vanilla still can be found in some parts of the states, but it's not easy to find at all. There's 3 states that I can think of where you can still find Pepsi Vanilla to this day, and that's Massachusetts, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania. And as time has gone on, there are more people that are starting to catch on to how rare Pepsi Vanilla is, even to this day, even though it's not discontinued today. And so there are some sellers that are trying to sell it on eBay to make money off of it. And I personally have sold, I think it was 8 20-ounce bottles because I found some of it in my area a couple years ago. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I will target the later releases of Pepsi Vanilla later on in a different video because I am going to do a taste test comparison of a 2019 design to a 2025 design. But for now, as its name suggests, it's Pepsi with vanilla flavor, and it is both naturally and artificial flavored, as it says. Artificially flavored. And it says smooth vanilla cola on that little ball right there, which is kind of cool. And the ingredients, it does read carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup and or sugar, caramel color, natural and artificial flavor, phosphoric acid, potassium benzoate, which preserves the freshness. And then there is potassium citrate, citric acid, caffeine, vanilla extract, ascorbic acid, and calcium disodium EDTA to protect the flavor. And later on, I will try to replicate original Pepsi Vanilla by mixing in some vanilla extract with regular Pepsi, so definitely be ready for that. But as of today, it is time to try original Pepsi Vanilla. Here we go. This bottle's never been opened before. The story of Pepsi Vanilla, it's actually rather complicated. But I tried my best. I can tell you that. Just going to try a little bit here. Not too much. And in a different video, I will recarbonate this as well. So definitely be ready for that. Okay, guys. Original Pepsi Vanilla. Here we go. Dang. And I'm here to tell you, that still tastes darn good for how old this is. I'm not sure what the date is here. I don't think it says. It might be on the bottle, have been on the bottle somewhere, but I can't really say what year this bottle's from, but anywhere from 2003 to 2008. My goodness, and I'm here to tell you guys, that is still very good. I'm not joking. That is absolutely killer. Original Pepsi Vanilla gets a perfect score of 10 out of 10. Look no further. It's absolutely amazing. If you've never tried Pepsi Vanilla, go on eBay if you can't find it in your area and buy a freaking case of it. Trust me, it's good. It's really good. It's probably my favorite flavor of Pepsi of all time. Maybe standing next to Pepsi Blue. And Crystal Pepsi's up there too, but this is good stuff. So, there you guys have it. That was the original review of Pepsi Vanilla. There you guys have it. If you're new to this channel and you need something else to do, I got 4 videos that I need to promote to 1,000 views as usual. The first one is going to be eating an entire bag of Doritos, a mukbang that I took on well over a year ago. The second one is going to be twins enjoying rotisserie chicken and sweet spicy chili Doritos. The third one is going to be what does Crystal from the makers of Pepsi actually taste like? And then the fourth one is going to be Powerade mixed berry, 0 sugar 2-liter chug. I'll make sure to leave all 4 of those links of those videos down in the description of this video. And for all other extras and even ways to help support this channel, it's all going to be listed down in the description below. Maximus the Fourth here. As always, I thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. God bless you guys.